Hi, I'm Sonia Choquette. Welcome to my channel. Today we're going to talk about the third step, or the third secret tip, if you will, in how you can manifest successfully. Now, this is the third of a three-part series of tips on how to successfully manifest. So if you haven't seen tip 1 and tip 2, please go back and check those out because it sets the foundation for the third step. Now, manifesting seems like something everybody wants to learn how to do, and it's occurring to us as a human race that we actually can influence the outcome of our life successfully. A lot of us are new to this idea, and we're really curious about how it works. We've had books like The Secret come out and movies that say, you sit and dream about your dreams and they happen, but it's not quite that simple. It is a process, and it is actually a process that's laid out in 9 specific steps. A process that I've laid out in a book that I've written years ago called Your Heart's Desire, Creating the Life You Really Want. Now, in this 3-part series, I'm just adding a little bit more boost and a little bit more insight to help you actually manifest successfully instead of just want something and wish something and hope for something that never really comes about. In step 1, I talked about focus and having no resistance. To really want something, it involves that you really are available to letting that experience come into your life, which of course invites change. So you have to make the space and be willing to have your life change up to integrate the new experience. So we talked about that. The second tip was how to gain support, because we need support to succeed. One of my favorite statements is even Jesus had 12 helpers. So let's learn from the best, okay? If he needs helpers before he begins, we can say a few helpers for me won't hurt. Now the third step, and this is the third tip actually, it's not really the third step, but the third extra tip I wanted to add to the process of creating is commitment and clearing your obstacles. Clearing your obstacles. What is in the way? Because if we want to create something, call something new, manifest something new in our life, it's like planting a seed in the ground. Now, step 1 is, well, what seed are we going to plant? Do I want to plant turnips or petunias? We have to choose. Step 2 is that we have to get the piece of ground, the support, to plant the seed. We don't plant the seed in the air. It's a process that requires an energetic field to support and contain our dream. That's what our manifestation tip number 2 was. And number 3 is to remove your obstacles before you even plant that seed. Where are you planting it? You're not going to plant a seed of a dream or an intention like you plant a seed in a garden. You're not going to put it in concrete. You're not going to put it in the garbage pail. You're not going to plant that seed in your closet. You have to look at your environment, your daily life, and you have to think about, well, what is in the way? What do I need to do? What do I need to eliminate? What do I need to clear in order for me to put this seed of intention into fertile soil, into a fertile environment to grow? The first thing that I believe you need is time. Our lives are back to back, butt to butt, cheek to cheek, packed with commitments, packed with absorption of our intention. And if we don't have space to plant our seed, it's just like you don't have ground to plant your petunia. So you want to let obstacle number 1 be eliminated by creating the time that you're going to put in every day to nurturing your dream. How much time? It's up to you. But if you put no time, you're not going to manifest something like you call in like an order of pizza. It's not going to just show up while you're, wasting time and scrolling through Facebook. You have to create the time to focus and do the work. So if you want to create a book, you have to sit down and actually show up at the computer or pen to paper, at least for half an hour a day. It's not going to write itself. If you want to create a relationship, then you have to spend the time connecting with people, showing interest, asking questions, listening, inviting them into your life. If you want to create a professional skill, you want to create a business in some way, you have to do what it takes to refine the skills that would put value on the work you want to do. Now, this is something that's so obvious, it almost feels like it's embarrassing to talk about it because, of course, people put the time in. However, what I've noticed as a teacher of manifestation for over 50 years, not a lot of people put the time in. And then they wonder why their dream isn't happening. It's almost like if you do order the pizza, but you say, I don't want to pay for it. In fact, I don't even want to, I just want you to give it to me. It doesn't work that way. So this obstacle needs to be addressed. What's in the way? Are you making the time? Are you clearing the space? The other thing that needs to happen is you need to get some boundaries around what you want to create. In other words, if you're going to grow a garden, you put a little bit of a fence or fencing around it so people aren't trampling all over your garden and walking through it. And it's the same with any intention you have. Say you want to create a new relationship in your life, then you put the boundaries around being around people who would be depressing to you and be critical of you and leave you feeling bad about yourself. It's like, you don't get to be in my garden. You get over there. In fact, get out of my life altogether. We have to start picking and choosing what supports my intention and what sabotages it, and get rid of what sabotages it. Waste of time, wrong people. And this is something really important to know. And I write about this in my book, Your Heart's Desire. Don't talk about your creations to people unless they are the people who support you and want those dreams to happen, and B, they're successful in their own lives about having things happen. I have noticed more good intentions and more manifestations be trashed because you casually mention your dream to someone whom you would expect could be supportive, and they just put you down. They just tell you it's not possible. They roll their eyes, and often these are people in your own family, close circle of friends. So don't sabotage your dreams by casting your pearls before swine, as they say in the Bible. Protect your dream and don't talk about it. Don't talk about what you're going to do. Only talk about what you have done, and only talk about what you have done with people who support and lift you up and celebrate you and say, good job, and go for it, and this is working out. People get scared about us growing and changing. They don't want us to succeed. It's not intentional, but it's very real that if I'm going to grow, people are afraid I'm going to be left behind. So they will unconsciously sabotage you. Maybe consciously. Who am I kidding? So we need to be discerning. That is a very important skill to have if you want to manifest. Who am I talking to? Are they supportive? Are they successful themselves in something so that they have the generosity and enthusiasm to encourage me to grow and change? Or are they just complacent and negative and would rather have you miserable so they're not left behind? You know, misery loves company. And if you want to manifest something good, you can't keep the company of the miserable. So this is a very important tip. I like to call it the zip it tip. Don't talk about what you're doing. Don't cast your pearls before swine. Don't subject your dream to people who don't help you. It's really smart. It's really important. Keep it sacred. Keep it protected. Give it time. Give it intention. Give it support. Give it your all, and you will succeed. Now, I have a whole book I've written about this. It's called Your Heart's Desire, Creating the Life You Really Want. And because not everybody's a reader, it's also on audio. And I've created an online course for it. So you can find all of that in the notes below if you want to pursue this. Manifesting is something you should pursue like a sport. It's fun, but you have to learn how to play the game. And you have to play with people who really are on your team. You don't do this alone, and you don't have to. It's so much more fun with the right energy. So I hope these 3 tips have helped you. Go back and look at them, and do get the book, Your Heart's Desire, or the course, or the audio, or whatever works for you. Happy, successful manifesting. I believe in you. I see success. I'm your first set of believing eyes. So if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. And I'll see you soon for another tip on how to live an intuitively magical life. All my love.